Tonight at 10, protesters head back to the Capitol after legislators pass a set of lame duck bills. And we're learning more about what caused a deadly crash on I-94.
This is News 3 at 10.
Protesters took to the steps of the Capitol building today to express their disapproval of the latest lame duck session. They say they're now looking forward to elections in 2020. Adam Duxter was there and joins us with what protesters are saying, as well as the Republican response. Adam?
Well, Amanda, Wisconsin's lame duck session has gotten national attention, but with bills moving through the House and the Senate, constituents are doing what they can to make sure their voices are heard.
Music and a message.
This is what democracy looks like.
Hundreds of people upset with the current state of Wisconsin politics. Even state representatives weighing in.
When these legislators lose, they burn the House down. And the problem is, it's our House.
Frustrated about the lame duck session bills that could potentially limit the power of new leaders coming in.
Because they have gone and hidden behind closed doors in secret to conspire and contrast a direct assault on the orderly and peaceful transition of power, which is not just a hallmark of this state, but a hallmark of the United States of America.
Earlier this week, Republicans explained the moves not as a way to limit power, but as a way to level the playing field.
Doesn't guarantee we're going to win. Doesn't take power away from Tony Evers. What it does is actually just make sure that we have an equal amount of power at the table.
The fate of the bills now rests in the hands of Governor Scott Walker. Governor-elect Tony Evers says he spoke with Walker on the phone about the issue, but at a groundbreaking event today, he said he's encouraging others to get involved too.
I really appreciate the people supporting this position, but we need to make sure that Governor Walker hears those words too. And so I'm really encouraging people to directly call his office.
Leaders from various groups at today's rally stress the value of voter registration and say their goal is to register 1 million more voters in the state of Wisconsin before the 2020 elections.
All right, thank you, Adam. That lame duck session proposed to discuss a bill to keep Kimberly-Clark jobs in Wisconsin. Lawmakers failed to act on the tax incentive bill during the session, which means that particular bill is dead. However, one state senator says the fight is not over.
We called an extraordinary session that still hangs out there. So if we can get the support, we got about 11 votes in the Republican side in the Senate, and on the Democrat side, I'm aware of about 2 and possibly 3, but we're still short to get to that threshold to bring that bill forward. That's what we're continuing to work on.
In January, Kimberly-Clark announced its decision to close its Cold Spring plant in Fox Crossing. That prompted lawmakers to put together a $100 million incentive plan to keep the plant open. With no action on the bill, the future of the plant and its 388 jobs are now uncertain. Governor-elect Tony Evers and Lieutenant Governor-elect Mandela Barnes will travel around the state in what they're calling the Building the People's Budget Tour. It starts Tuesday in Green Bay and ends the following week in Milwaukee. Evers, Barnes, and transition policy staff will be there to answer questions and take suggestions about priorities for the next state budget. While they won't be coming to our area, they will be in Wausau and La Crosse, as well as Green Bay and Milwaukee. You must register to attend. We have those links on our website, channel3000.com. New at 10 tonight, there has never been a Native American woman elected to Congress until now. 2 Native American women are heading to Congress next year, and one of them has ties to Wisconsin. Sharice Davids was elected last month to Kansas's 3rd Congressional District. She's also the first member of the LGBT community to be elected to Congress in Kansas. Her mom was born in Black River Falls, about an hour away from La Crosse. She's the first person to be elected to Congress from the Ho-Chunk Nation, which has a large community in Wisconsin. She met with members of the Ho-Chunk Nation in Wisconsin today in Black River Falls. She says having a Congress that better resembles the U.S. population will benefit everyone.
I think the importance of having a diversity of thought, of ideology, of backgrounds and lived experiences is that people will learn from each other.
Lieutenant Governor-elect Mandela Barnes was also in attendance today. All right, let's turn it over to Dave Caulfield with your first alert forecast. Hopefully we've got some sun on tap tomorrow.
Yeah, we definitely need it because with temperatures like these, we need all the sunshine we can get. And I think we will, with high pressure overhead, get some more sunshine. We had some stubborn clouds today that tried to ruin the party, but I do think we still got some peaks of sunshine. Right now, we're looking at mostly clear skies in Madison on the WISC-TV Skycam. Still at 21 degrees, though. South wind at 3 miles per hour. Not much of a wind chill with a wind that light. Temperatures, we're in the single digits in Wautoma, 17 in the Dells, 21 in Madison, and down into the teens right now in Monroe. Wind chills, not too much different than what the thermometer is suggesting because winds are so light. Such is life with high pressure overhead. We can deal with that, I think. Temperatures and winds over the next 12 hours. We'll see those temps dip into the teens and kind of hang out in the middle teens. By the time we get to tomorrow morning, we are back into the 20s, and those winds stay relatively light. I think highs will be in the upper 20s, close to 30 tomorrow, and I do think we'll see some sunshine, especially by the afternoon. We'll talk about when this sunny or mostly sunny streak will end, plus what to expect for the middle of next week in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
In developing news tonight, authorities are looking into the cause of a fatal crash on I-94 in Pewaukee that killed a 34-year-old Madison man. Authorities have yet to release the name of that man. Another 58-year-old man was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. We learned today that he worked for a medical laboratory company. According to the Waukesha Sheriff's Department, a 34-year-old man from Madison going eastbound lost control of his car, crossed the median, and struck this van. Witnesses say it's not the first time a bad accident has happened in this area.
We believe that's because they have a very low median, so it's not hard to get distracted and just cross over.
We have not gotten an update on the 58-year-old man's condition today. Sunshine Place, a community resource group that played an integral role in helping families displaced by the Sun Prairie explosion this summer, is doing some rebuilding of its own to make extra room for a food pantry, expansion, and dozens more parking spots. Sunshine Place is knocking down a duplex next door. They held a celebration this morning inviting community members and state politicians, including Governor-elect Tony Evers. Sunshine Place's executive director, Joanna Cervantes, says not only did the center have to turn down furniture donations after the explosion, but the everyday needs in the growing community are increasing, so the organization needs to follow suit.
We don't have the space for it, as you can see, we just don't. We're really constrained for space, and so just having that extra space will allow us to have the proper equipment and just safety overall for everyone.
Sunshine Place hopes this new expansion will increase the amount of people they can serve, providing resources like food, legal services, and holiday gifts. Thousands of people explored Madison this summer trying to get a picture with all of the unique Bucky Parade statues spread throughout the city. Many of the statues' artists gathered today at the State Street University bookstore to sign a new coffee table book showcasing those statues. One family says it's fun to be able to meet the artists behind those designs.
Well, I think it's great for them to be able to meet the people that actually made the statues and be able to see like how they did, how they made them and share the stories, because we have stories about all the ones we went to too.
If you'd like one of those books, you can go to the University Bookstore's website. We will put a link to that on our website, channel3000.com. The Edgewater Hotel hosted two pretty high-profile guests this morning for breakfast. Today was the 4th annual Bucky's Breakfast with Santa. Kids got to take photos with the two icons, and they were joined by Mrs. Claus, of course, and the Mad Hatters. The popular event has become a tradition for some families in the area, and that's what the Edgewater says they want to see.
These events that we have that become traditions for families is really what it's all about.
If you missed Santa this morning, he will be back from the North Pole for ice skating later this month. Just check out the Edgewater's website for information on that event and more holiday events. Next up on News 3 at 10, an early Christmas gift for avid readers at an area library. We'll explain. It's becoming a tradition at Badger hockey games, the second annual Teddy Toss tonight at the Kohl Center. After the game, fans threw teddy bears onto the ice, and the bears will be given 2 toys for tots, even that big one there. Reindeer promoting reading. It's the 6th annual holiday celebration at the Verona Library, including music, snacks, and crafts, and photos with the reindeer, all for free. But this is not the only way. They're hoping to attract more visitors. This month, Verona Library became fine-free, joining Middleton and Monona libraries. It's a growing trend in libraries across the country. They've found that having fines doesn't stop people from turning in materials late if they have the money to pay for it. But that's not true for everyone.
For people where fines are a barrier financially, it means that they just don't come back ever. And so by eliminating the fines, we're hoping that those people will come back and use the library again.
This means you can keep your materials for about a month longer, but after that it is considered lost and there is a fine for that. If you currently have fines, those will be waived, giving everyone a clean slate this Christmas holiday. A post office in a small Wisconsin village is being flooded with visitors this time of year. People from around the country are eager to send their mail stamped from a place called Rudolph. For decades, the Wood County Village has been known as the home of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Packages and letters are donned with a special Rudolph stamp that you can't get anywhere else in the world. Now, my question, Dave, is why do we not have Rudolph on our weather map? How cool would that be?
Well, you know, he's a tough get, I'm telling you, and that town is a tough get. I've been writing letters from Rudolph to Mother Nature saying that I have a shiny nose right now because it is so cold outside. It's definitely a little bit colder than we should be, but at least we're not our friends to the south and east across the southeastern United States dealing with rain, snow, even some freezing rain and sleet showing up in spots. So over the next couple of days, they'll be dealing with a hefty amount of snow, especially across the Carolinas where it's already starting to snow tonight. But for us, we're just dealing with the cold weather. We do have high pressure over us, and that's keeping a lot of the bad weather away. It's not keeping the cold weather away, however, and it's not keeping the darkness away. That sounded ominous, but really what I'm talking about is the earliest sunset of the year occurs this weekend and into Monday as well. That sun will set at 4:22 p.m. It actually did tonight and over the next couple of days as well, but it's not the shortest amount of daylight in the year. That, of course, happens on the winter solstice, which is the 21st of December, also at 4:22. Everything's connected. Whoa, I got to ease off the sugar this time of night. Downtown Madison on the Edgewater Skycam, looking at mostly clear skies. We did have the clouds around for much of the day. Some peaks of sunshine, but over the last few hours, the clouds have left us in Madison, and that's good news if we want the really cool, crisp nights. Cool is an understatement. It's cold outside. Normal is 32, so a little bit colder than normal for this time of year today. Low temperatures really varied. We were actually below 0 in Watoma and Black River Falls, 8 in the Dells, 14 in Madison, and close to 30 in Mineral Point. The power of some clouds and also a snowpack. Right now, temperatures are a little bit closer to our neighbors. We're in the 20s still in Lone Rock, 21 in Madison, and 17 in the Dells. Not too much of a wind chill, though, because well, we just don't have that much of a wind, and that's kind of how that works. High temperature trend over the week ahead. I still think we'll be just slightly below where we should be for Sunday and Monday, but then we get a little bit warmer into the middle of next week. Now, that slightly warmer air does come with a little bit of a catch. We could be dealing with some rain and snow showers at that time as well. Tonight, we're dropping into the teens. Seasonably cold outside, and we are still seasonably cold for tomorrow. Mostly sunny, though, so that should help. Hopefully that sunshine actually delivers tomorrow. Stubborn clouds getting out of here, hopefully. And Future Track is signaling that with highs in the upper 20s and a pretty similar story on the way on Monday as well. Could actually get into the low to mid 30s over the next couple of days, just depending on how much sunshine we see. Now we're getting the return flow from the backside of that high pressure system that will give us some slightly warmer air. Now into the middle of next week, I mentioned we could be dealing with a few snow showers. Still a little bit uncertain just how much of an impact southern Wisconsin will get from that midweek possible storm system. So we're watching that closely right now. Your 7-day forecast showing the temperatures in the 30s as we head into the middle of this upcoming week, and then we do quiet down after that with highs in the low 30s. So it looks like temperatures are moderating a little bit, getting a little bit above average, and we're watching the middle of next week for our next chance of some rain and snow.
And we can't let those clouds bring us down.
No, even if they're stubborn, be more
Never.
stubborn. Dave Caulfield,
Right.
2018.
Thank you, Dave. Some big games on the high school hardwood tonight. Highlights coming up next in sports.
The new
Well, the 125th meeting between Wisconsin and Marquette, and interestingly enough, the road team has won 6 of the last 8 in this rivalry. Badgers leading the series 67-57, but both teams pretty good this year. Wisconsin ranked 12th in the country. Marquette is 7-2 and in the top spot in the Big East. Now, rivalry games always bringing out the best in everyone. Ethan Happ driving and the exclamation point. Badgers up by 4. Later, Joey Hauser to Marcus Howard. Howard, the jumper here, Golden Eagles tied up at 54. 2 minutes left in regulation now. Happ again, this time his signature lefty layup. Badgers up by 1. Clock winding down, we're tied again. Howard goes for the win. Or not. So naturally, we head to overtime. Marquette making the first move, Joey Hauser laying it in. Golden Eagles take the lead. Later, it'll be Ed Morrow. More points for Marquette and a lot of missed opportunities for the Badgers tonight. Marquette hanging on to win 74-69 the final. And on the women's side here, the Badger women on the road against the Green Bay team they haven't had success against in the past decade. We'll pick it up in a tight game. Second half, Megan Pingle good from downtown. Green Bay up by 1. But the Badgers respond. Former Phoenix guard Alex Luring sinking the jumper, and Wisconsin retakes the lead. Third quarter winding down now. Frankie Wirtz finds Jen Wellnitz, who is good from the corner pocket right as the buzzer sounds, and Green Bay taking a 42-36 lead heading into the fourth quarter. And the Badgers not backing down. Marsha Howard banking this one off the glass, making it a 7-point game. But Green Bay too tough down the stretch. Wisconsin loses 55-46. High school girls action tonight in the Badgers South. Undefeated Stoughton hosting Monroe. In the first, Sydney Hilliard currently leads the team in points per game. She plays some defense too here, seals it away, and scores for the Cheesemakers a season-high 32 points for her tonight. Later, Bryn Sproul will take it in, then changing mind goes back out to Megan Margie. She drains the 3 from the corner, and the Vikings take the lead. To the second now, Emma Kissling with the ball. She will drive all the way up to the bucket, giving more points for Stoughton here. But Hilliard again with the ball. This time she'll pass to Grace Tostridge. She nails it from downtown, and Monroe hands Stoughton its first loss of the season, 63-52 the final. We got some bobblers showing off tricks in Verona here today. We caught that one there. Wildcats hosting Sun Prairie in the first. Maddie Stride, the birthday girl, setting up the pick for Grace Hilber. She knocks down 3, Cardinals up 6. A few minutes later on the other side, Aaliyah Smith, that freshman, she can ball here. Verona down by 4. A little later, sister act here. Brianna Penn passes to younger sister Kaya for the 3, but the Wildcats still down. Sun Prairie on a roll tonight. Hilbert to Bailey Lutz, a long ball for 3 points, and 78-62 the final. Sun Prairie beats Verona. The Badgers volleyball team 1 match away from an appearance in the national semifinals, but first, 6-seeded Wisconsin would have to get past 3rd-ranked Illinois. The two teams split the regular season series. The Badgers actually won at Illinois on October 3rd. We got a packed house in Champaign for Kelly Sheffield and the Badgers. 4,000 fans in the house today. Illini taking the first set, but Wisconsin fighting back in the second. Set point here, and it'll be Tiana Williams with the block. The lone senior on the team also getting her 1,000th career kill in the game, and we are tied. Illinois taking the third, and then late in the fourth, Badgers coming back from behind. But Illinois getting the last word this season, 25-23 in the fourth set to win the match, 3-1. Wisconsin has been eliminated from the NCAA tournament. They finished the season 25-6. The Badgers women's hockey team, they know what strong starts look like. Top-ranked Wisconsin has outscored its opponents 34-8 in the opening period of games so far this season. A little tighter game, though, today at St. Cloud State. Britta Curl getting the Badgers on the board first in the first. Wisconsin didn't score again until the third here. A 2-goal period with a goal from Mackenzie Steffen. And then later, an empty netter from Annie Pankowski. She is on a 7-game goal streak. Badgers moved to 19-1 on the season. They are now on winter break. They will not play again until January 11th. Helsinki, Finland native Danielle Lebedev and the men also playing their last game of 2018 against Michigan State. First period, Badger on the power play. Sean Doogie lights the lamp for his second goal of the weekend. 1-0 Wisconsin. Fast forward to the third period now. Sean Doogie sharing the love, finds an open Keandre Miller in the right circle, sends the puck high into the left corner, 2-0 Badgers. Then just for good measure, Seamus Malone chasing the puck, a diving stick poke on the empty net, and Wisconsin wins 3-0 for the series sweep, the first one since the season opener in October. And check out the halftime entertainment of today's women's hoops game at Green Bay. You don't even need my commentary. Just appreciate the cuteness here, you guys. There were some very speedy dogs here who got right off to a fast start here, and then there are other ones that took it more at a Melissa Kim pace here, slow and steady. One dog actually decided to say hi to every single human being along the way on the sideline. Thought that was a better choice there for his entertainment than racing against his companions. And then this one here, Simba style in The Lion King, was lifted up. He won the race. But I could just watch this video all day. They're just so cute.
Whoever came up with that idea.
Brilliant.
I want to be their friend.
Brilliant idea.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, we're hoping for some sunshine tomorrow if the clouds play along with
Yeah,
us.
I think we'll get it. We're seeing some encouraging signs on weather track over the last couple of hours. We've seen the clouds leave Madison, and that's going to allow temperatures to continue to chill out tonight, but I think we'll see that sunshine again tomorrow. It really depends on that stubborn kind of low-level moisture that we've been dealing with over the last couple of days. We're at 21 right now in Madison, but I think we'll start off Sunday in the teens. Then hoping for those mostly sunny skies to materialize during the afternoon. Highs will be in the upper 20s, close to 30. We'll be in the mid-30s on Tuesday with sunshine, so that's really the best day going forward until we get to the middle of next week, where we'll have temperatures in the 30s, but a chance for some rain and snow showers as well.
All right, thank you so much, and thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.
Download the new Channel 3000 app and get alerted on your mobile device the minute news breaks. Wherever you go, be the first to know with Channel 3000.